Well, hello, and I'm back. And yeah, I've missed you guys too. And I know I've been promising to come back with another story time, and here we go. And I will work even harder to try to get at least 2 to 3 videos out a week. And thank you for all your support. And of course, I'm the lawman, and this here is my channel, Ask the Lawman. Okay, one of the stories that I was struggling, should I tell it? But I'm going to go ahead and tell it. About the worst partner that I've ever had. Yes, I mean worst partner that I ever had. And this was when I was a school resource officer for this particular school system. And this particular guy, he was from up north and had that northern swag going on and stuff like that. But he was at like 2 or 3 other schools before they actually put him with me. But he had problems with those officers too. And some of the problems were seemed like he was scary. They complained about, even the female officers complained about him being scary. And he just disappears. Don't nobody know where he was. There could be a big giant fight break out and he show up, after it's over and after everything's been done. So they put him with me, and they put him at this high school, and they knew I'm pretty much level-headed. This had to be probably 10, 12 years in there. So I was pretty level-headed, and I was a go-getter, and they knew that I probably could, if anybody could get him right, I could. So here's the story. Okay. Now, let me tell you one thing too. Everybody talked about his breath. Everybody talked about his breath. And let me tell you something. Don't be talking to people's face and your breath is bad. Fellow officers, always carry mints or gum or something. I've always did that. I never want to be that bad breath person. And I got another question for you. Why come, and I know I say it should be how come, but why come the bad breath people always talk with those long, like, hi, how you doing? What's up? I'm like, it's crazy, but okay, all right. But anyway, so I met the guy. The guy seems like he was a nice guy. And our office was it wasn't no real big office, but it was decent size. It was decent size for, you shouldn't smell nobody's breath if you was sitting, on the other side. But our first day we got there, and this brother started talking, and his breath just lit up. Oh, like, ooh, wee. Now, let me tell you something about me and my sense of smell. Now, by then, I've already had worked, the undead who's been unalived. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get the thing right for the algorithm. But the unalived people, and I've been in people who was unalived for several days in a hot house. So I know what bad smells like. And I was always able to take it. But it was something about this brother breath. Ooh, wee. Man, that stuff was making me sick. And and I've always been an honest guy. And I pulled him to the side. I said, hey, look, brother, let me holler at you. I said, look, man, students here are talking about your breath. And some of the fellow officers are talking about your breath, man. I say, now look, with me, and I wish I had a thing I took a thing of mints and gum. I said, I keep some of this on me. And all you got to do is ask. And so he said, thank you. And so I gave him the mints. And man, I think that made it worse. Can you say shitty mints? Ooh, wee. Mixed with chitlins, feet, shit. I'm sorry I said it. Ooh. And I'm like, man, how can these mental mints not? Okay. But anyway, so I just bared it. I bared it. And I remember one day I got to school and several of these girls, it was a girl fight that he was breaking up and that the girls beat him up. He was just terrible. Okay, but let me get to it. Okay, one day we were on the campus and I was sitting in the car. Actually, it was the same campus that Nene and Debo went to. And I was sitting in the car. I was on the bottom end this time. And he was walking up the road on this campus. And our goal was, like, if we saw any outside people trying to cut through the campus, we would stop them and turn them around. But this extremely large black male was walking on the campus. And this particular officer was walking up towards him. So I figured, I'm sitting in the car watching him. I figured he gonna tell him that he need to turn around. But what he did, he put the phone up to his ear like that, turned his head, and pretended like he didn't see the guy. And I'm like, now I know this joker just seen this extremely large male on this campus. So I drove up there. I got out the car with the guy. I said, hey, sir, look, man, you can't cut through this campus. You're going to have to go around. Okay, the big guy got belligerent. Now, he was big. I was big, but he was probably my size. And he got belligerent. And at that point, the students had started coming out. They was about to come out, not quite. And he wouldn't leave the campus, so I told him he was under arrest. And I started calling my partner on the radio. No answer. No answer at all. No answer. But I looked up and I was like, wait a minute. Is this cat peeping from around the corner? Now, that particular school had those big, let me go back, those big posts, and they were made out of brick, probably about this big. And this cat was like peeping and I was like, this cat peeping. And then I hollered up there at him, still peeping. Called him on the radio, still peeping. I'm like, this joker right here. My other partner came from the middle school. He heard me. He came and we struggled with the guy. We got the guy handcuffed and we got him in the car. And then the other guy, the northern guy, the bad partner, he's going to run up. Hey, man. Hey, what's the problem? I said, look, man. I said, you didn't hear me calling you? No, I ain't hear you calling me. And I said, like, look, man. I said, you didn't see me? No. I said, look, man, I saw you peeping from around that pole. No. I went peeping. I said, look, man, I saw you. And then I got into it. I said, that's your problem now. That's why I don't want to work with you for some shiggity like that. And he got an attitude. He was like, well, who you think you talking to? With the accent. Who you think you talking to? I'm from blank, blank. And I stepped twice. I said, now what that's supposed to mean? And then our partner, who is one of my best friends, and I'm not going to say his name, the officer who helped me subdue the guy, he broke us up. He calmed me down. But I called our supervisor, hey, look, y'all got to move this cat right here because this cat right here, he's not going to work. And they moved him to another school and they put him by himself, and within a week, he ended up getting fired. But yeah, that was terrible. And let me tell you something. I'm trying to think back on a scent that will beat him because that scent was worse than an unalived body. I've worked in a hospital setting And one of the worst scents that I ever smelled was this guy came in with a GI bleed. He had bad feet and all that, and that scent made me sick. I think this breath was right up there with it. Man. Ooh wee. And I hope the guy's doing well, but law enforcement went cut out for him. And I hope he went to a doctor about that breath. Because let me tell you, if you smell that breath, ooh, God almighty no. Ooh, God almighty.